A sorry cop who has lost basically all memories of himself, has no real anchor in reality, with both communist and fascist leanings, currently collecting tear in his plastic paper bag to try and come up with the money he needs to pay off his debts so he doesn't have to sleep on the streets this snowy night. What's gonna happen today? Let's find out in this episode 6 of Disco Elysium. So much shit is going on and we're just dragging our partner along for the ride. I think he's kind of resigned. He sounds a little bit resigned, just putting up with all our bullcrap. We are investigating a murder, but we're also trying to get in on investigating a curse. We kind of need to be cooler for that though. We're down here, going to talk to this woman, who's some kind of diplomatic or face out for the Union or Wild Pines or something.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. We are kind of trying to go for a redemption arc here. We're an alcoholist. We're deep in there. We are trying to get on Kim's good side. We're trying to be a good cop. We're currently a sorry cop. Sorry/boring cop, actually, according to my clipboard of hatred. Let's shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold. Well, yeah, it's cold outside, so I'm not surprised.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Ouch.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Someone cooperative. We also were kind of warned, I think by Kim, that she's probably going to say a lot of things without substance. Kind of like me.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Yeah, he wanted me to take the lead on this because of my weird tendencies, in order to try and catch her off guard. So, yes, Kim, we shall be weird. For you, my friend.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
I know rhetoric. We talked about this before we got here.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white sails flutter overhead. Not overboard, that would be kind of bad. Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Uh-huh.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Face à la Mer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the fourth largest island in the world. It is not an archipelago.
Also, Face à la Mer, isn't that basically face towards the sea? That's a kind of a boring name. Wait, I thought Le Caillou was one big island.
Okay, if you want to get technical, the point is we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another. especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike.
Always get technical. Always be technically correct. The best kind of correct. Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Police privilege.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle.
Police privilege.
It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
We need to get weirder.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Why?
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
Actually, yes, I need to nail her for this. Not that kind of a nailer. So I guess Harry. I still think our name is Harry. Harry and Kim. Kim and Harry. I think he wouldn't be opposed to nailing her like that. Maybe he has too much trauma. Due to the expression. Yes, we need to nail her for this.
Before you do, it might be pertinent to ask a few more questions. Learn whatever you can about this boat of hers.
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
It sounds like you're bragging a little bit there, lady. I think we're getting to her. How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Eels hips? That doesn't even make sense. Eels don't have hips, and I've never heard that expression before. Eels hips. I'm gonna have to write that down, actually. To see if that's a real thing. Eels hips. Hips. Hips, hips. Hips, hips.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Hey, Kim. Kim. You're the one who put me in charge. No take-backsies. Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
That is not an answer to my question.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles.
Mine sure aren't.
Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
Can I see your license and registration, please?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but 2 Encyclopedic regattas. Even finished once.
That's interesting, but I still need to see a license, ma'am.
Actually, you don't.
What do you mean?
The Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. It's a little-known fact among us law officials.
Aw.
The Wayfarer Act is one of the few pieces of legislation governing human interaction in the Revachol Zone of Control, along with the Emergency Trade and Ailments Acts.
The what now?
It's one of the foundational laws in Revachol, designed to limit the authority of local institutions. Part of it prohibits the RCM from requesting most documents and licenses without permission from a coalition representative. It's a law that keeps Revachol what it is, in limbo.
Wait, exactly how little known is this fact?
I was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act.
Ah. I see. But makes sense, I guess. I mean, look at me. I'm 2 points fascist, so I don't need more fascist points.
No need to resort to self-pity, detective. you can still ask for her passport.
Yes, I'm going to need to see your passport.
Of course.
She searches the pockets of her raincoat, producing a bundle of documents in a sealed plastic bag. Look at her passport.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, under the plastic, a light blue passport saying, Republic of Vespa. The coat of arms has a lion and an ostrich. Seagent.
An ostrich? I get the lion, but the ostrich? Why? Why would anyone want the hats on their coat of arms?
The Republic of Vespa, formerly the Republic of Vespa Messina, was once a dual kingdom. An amicable parting of ways produced two constitutional monarchies. Vespa, the richer of the two, is an occidental nation known for its proximity to the Pearl and its exotic financial derivatives.
Okay, anything else?
It is a stable country, and yet there has always been something ominous about its perfect stability. It's a place at the edge of the Muindi Isola, overlooking the Ubi Sunt Isles, fracturing into the great unrest of the Pearl.
Why is there a question mark after Ubi Sunt? Look at the photo page.
The woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you, face adorned with frown lines and crow's feet. The photo is recent. The name reads, Rejoice Leighton Messier.
Rejoice. So she's 48 then, because it's the year 51 right now. Your name is Rejoice?
Yes. But please don't call me that.
Why?
Joyce is much more efficient.
Uh-huh. You're from the Republic of Vespa.
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
I see. Everything appears to be in order. Is your documents?
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
Experience, good. I need experience. So I can level up my savoir-faire. So I can jump down and get my goddamn coat. Let's talk about the economics of this boat you're on.
Oh my. The E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Oh shit, we might go even further into communism now. Even though we rejected the part of me that wanted to create the great communist state. Am I also gonna get a chance then to try and be the chosen one to create the great fascist state? Oh, I hope not. Because we're already tempted to become an uber racist just in order to get our coats. That I'm a member of the ruling class. No, you're siphoning off honest Revacholian tax revenue to shifty-eyed Vespertine financiers.
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator.
He doesn't look like he thinks you'll best her in single combat. Yeah, right.
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A?
I don't know, what does it say?
33A? This old proletarian haunt here. As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
Reaction speed 3. +1. Know about revolution. +1. It's the eel's heels. No, it was the eel's hips. I even wrote it down. Eel's hips. I guess there's my pen. Parentheses. Heels. Heels. Reaction speed. Fire back, quick.
She takes a sip.
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
She takes a sip. Something is about to happen. In here.
Of course.
I don't think she's buying it.
Nothing happens for quite a while.
It'll help.
It doesn't.
My, it's as if there's a tiny spinner on the side of his head and he's reeling thoughts out.
Except he isn't.
A thought is going to come out of my head and into my mouth, and I will say it.
Of course. Lieutenant, I truly don't understand what is happening here.
Neither do I.
I told you his methods are unconventional.
Unconventional, that's a nice way to put it. I swear to God, I'm usually sharp. I don't know what happened. Why am I not killing it?
Your marbles on glass, dear. Don't worry.
What were we talking about anyway?
It was quite a while ago, but I think, yes, we were discussing my fast, large, ineluctably middle-class boat.
I think I have a handle on this boat thing. Give up in defeat.
Good.
She takes a sip from her thermal cup. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
Uh-huh.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Uh-huh.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
What are the other Indo tribes?
Saint-Baptiste, LUM, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
You're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. So how much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
The money I owe is so much less than that.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks.
Yeah, past a certain point, numbers do begin to seem imaginary. For example, the universe. If you try and comprehend how far away things are, just us from the nearest star. Okay, maybe we can kind of figure that in our heads. But when we start to look at the distance from Earth to, like, say, Sagittarius A, the supermassive black hole in the center of the Milky Way, it's starting to get a little fuzzy. And then if we start to think about how far we are from Andromeda, or even elsewhere, or even to the edge of the observable universe, we will never be able to see what's outside the observable universe because everything is moving away from us. It's just that it's just not comprehensible. It's nigh impossible to understand just how damn far away everything is. We still have to go out there though.
A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
How did we get here? Where does Wild Pines get all those billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when Pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain.
Uh-huh.
Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the Great Unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
I mean, it probably helps to start out with a royal monopoly.
You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed, or been absorbed. To survive, wild pines had to grow and adapt. No suzerain did that.
The original Indo tribes have failed or been absorbed. So subjugated. Okay. What does such a huge system want with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? Who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all cargo in the world? That is quite the endeavor indeed.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
Ah, thought gainer, the 15th Indo tribe. Can I go into these while I'm in a conversation? I can. I'm currently doing the rigorous self-critique, which kind of gives him -1 authority, embarrassment to the body. What about this? The 15th Indo tribe temporary research bonus none. It takes almost 6 hours. Wild Pines, Feld, Cuprous, Tricentennial, Villiers, and Lassay. Names of Reptilian Indo tribes spring into your head, set loose at the mention of Wild Pines. Royal monopolies, octopuses, and swordfish, most of them are gone now. YBP, Expander, San Baptiste, Brighter Star, LUM, Resplendent, East Insulindic, Welter, and El Cassette. El Cassette? But isn't one missing? Wait, no, there are only 14. Then why do you feel like there was a 15th Indo tribe? Unlock a new slot to research the thought. Ah, I see. I guess... Well, shit. How do we unlock these, though? Oh, am I gonna have to spend skill points on unlocking slots? Ooh, I can't afford that right now. Okay, I can just go forth and back like this. Okay, good. Good. Like we... Yeah, we're now 5 points in communism and 3 points in fascism, so we got 1 more communist and 1 more fascist point through this conversation alone. Oh, dearie me. Okay, let's actually go a little bit on the murder. What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Secret task complete. Interview the Wild Pines rep. Okay, if you say so. Names and badge numbers, huh?
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
I don't think I have my badge.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Yeah.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I had recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Should we be honest with her? Probably not. She's not being honest with us, so screw her. I could have eaten it, for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, the city, nothing.
Oh dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
She must have been suspecting something for a while now.
Can I heal my stats while I'm here? Good, because I don't want to, you know, faint again.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Damn. So getting the badge is kind of a priority now.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Pit is my boat failure? Okay, that's good. How do I negotiate my way out of this?
Feelings will guide the way.
But madam, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the case I'm solving.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You have so much else. I have only this. This is the entirety of my existence.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, and a home somewhere. I only have this case.
Officer.
The carbon fiber hull creaks. Okay, let's heal up again. Good thing I did that. I don't remember anything except this lynching. There's only this coast and this lynching.
You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
I have a plastic bag with some tear if you want some money.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
Like what?
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it.
The thing that Kim suggested was kind of below our pay grade.
Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
So solve the drug trade, or find my badge.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madam. Okay.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
So we're henchmen now?
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Well, shit.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
That's not a very big badge.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
The company must have some more ears on the ground. She could have known about my condition.
I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me. I think she's just quick to adapt. She's a professional, after all.
So what do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it.
So we're kind of screwed then.
What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
Yeah, a little bit of police secrecy. Need to know? I can get behind that. Let's get back to her then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Do you know something about these tattoos? We're gonna get to the drug trafficking soon enough.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Why? How is you looking at the photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Mm-hmm. We've been talking to this lady for over an hour. You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Wait, why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
Nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat. While dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say, everything is possible.
Everything is possible, but screw you?
Within reason.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable.
Ew? I can guess why they feel uncomfortable. Double ew?
You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
What is this feeling? I've never felt it before.
Shame? You haven't really been in the presence of gentlefolk either, have you? What shame is there to be felt in front of these dock workers, cops, and hotel clerks, but to belittle yourself in these eyes of Odinil?
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
This one heard of billions. Of course we're gonna ask for money. Can I have some money?
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is...
I know it's only 42% and we had 3 checks on 42% and I failed them all. Ugh. What comes out of my mouth?
Surprisingly eloquent, really. The last one, not the first 3. Those are ape speak.
Money. I am the scum of the earth.
My. Why'd you say that?
I'm gunk.
That's garbage. You're a police officer.
No, I'm not. I'm gunk.
Shall we talk about something else, maybe?
Her voice is kind. If anything, she sounds a little confused. Okay, you seem smart. I need someone to give me a lowdown on this reality we're in.
This reality?
She pulls her hood closer around her neck.
Yes, reality is your side case.
Mm-hmm.
An experimental side case.
Mm-hmm. It's related to that medical episode. I have trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
And so what now? She puts down her thermal cup and looks at you. Well, if Harry doesn't know, I don't know what the hell that means. Encephalopathy? Actually, I kind of want to know. Basically, when the brain functions are disturbed, it's often one of the common causes of memory loss and such things, so yeah, makes sense.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Okay, Encyclopedia, I trust you. Where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
She refers to your corresponding ages.
Oh, And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a history lesson about the shelling from the angry guy whose bowl we tossed into the sea. Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming a large part of the population are kind of dock workers, and that I would guess that kind of builds up the muscles, so they would get boxier shoulders.
This place used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its work. The reeds are the real star of the show here now. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
You mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Encyclopedic.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the Blue Immensities.
What's the name of this island?
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. A smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the River Esperance. We're in the delta of this river on the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her, and to humanity at large.
Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol? Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
What kind of city?
The great kind.
And what makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least.
Who
Our
built this
centuries.
city? Who built the city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
Why not everyone? Also, when was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest.
Who are they?
By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts.
Yeah,
The stuff of men.
I know. There's communism here, there's fascism here. Not a lot of liberalism, but there's also an uber racist over by the docks. And drugs. And lynchings. And angry people playing petanque. -1 bull. That's on the bottom of the sea. Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Encyclopedic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So, we're pretty much at the center of the world?
Oh, we're quite a way off. About...
She points across the water where the skyscrapers rise.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Look to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time.
And isn't it beautiful?
There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Good thing I don't have thalassophobia. Say nothing. Observe the large body of water swelling cold.
She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the silence, slowly.
Thought gain. Jamais vu. Derealization. Revachol's Special Administrative Region, Le Caillou, the Insulindian Ocean, Coalition Government, Insulindian Mission Command. Name after name, and none of them is familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. Trouvant, the Apricot Company, World Games 34. You can almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch at the corners, see if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all the thoughts, the one you must truly complete. I have no slots for it though, so I'm gonna have to internalize that one later on.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
Yes, it does feel like that one was very important. Can I abort one of my thoughts and kind of... If I stop this one, I can. Let's internalize this one. It seems more important. It's only going to take me 3 hours and 25 minutes. Also, I might... This one, only 39 minutes to go. Okay. Yes, let's do that. This one seems more important.
This has been informative. Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask, about even more fundamental aspects of reality. Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Messier will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
But won't I be lazy if I don't do it all now?
Oh, of course not. You are already diligent for getting this far, and diligent boys remember where they left off.
But we're already kind of... yeah, my memory sucks.
Indeed.
We know that.
I'm always at your service.
Ooh, impossible. 3%. 8%. Okay, yeah, because I do kind of want to get moving too. We've been here for... We've been talking to this lady for 45 minutes.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Yeah, sure. Tell me about this alleged drug trafficking. Let's pick that thread up. And maybe we can find my badge along the way and not be her minions.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Do you have any proof for these allegations?
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
And that.
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Mm-hmm.
Wildpine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
In and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here. But wasn't Martinez... Didn't she say earlier that Martinez was north of Jamrock? Or am I getting all these names and regions mixed up? Because I can swear she said something was north of Jamrock. How far back can I go? Not very far. I might be remembering completely wrong, but I could swear.
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
And you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
And Measurehead is definitely not the weak link. Maybe the guy sitting on the stairs?
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Ooh, the lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
The racist lorry, not dockwork, but the racist lorry driver who was transporting apples.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives me a knowing look. Yeah, the apples guy.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Ooh.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However...
She pauses, looking to the sea.
This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
She looks north.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable. The weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Let's not tip our hand. Let's just... I made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. Let's move on.
Yes?
We will take this case, probe the drivers, and see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something.
I only remember 2. Did I miss one?
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need.
Oh yeah, because we are 6 episodes in and we're still on day 1. How many days do we have? Probably a limited number, but this is gonna be slow. And I'm here for it.
In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
Yeah, she takes another long sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal cup. Or she just takes small sips, you know? Enjoying it while it lasts. No, thank you. That's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're going back to the lorries and collecting all the tear we can along the way. Also, I am 10 experience away from being able to try and jump down to get my coat. Ooh, I didn't go in here before. Oh, money. I don't even want to go near her. I don't no. She's just a fucking pain in the ass. What's this? A garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts.
It's been a week and now they show up?
Yeah. It's been a while. A balcony with a view to the yard. And the hanging. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Orange bum hat. +1 reaction speed and -1 rhetoric. There's of it. I mean, how much rhetoric do I have? 4. Reaction speed 3. I kind of want all my intellect logic to be high, so I'm not going. I do kind of want to see what it looks like though. No. Just no. There's my coat. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Just a look door. Yeah, we need to jump from here down here. Greenhouse that we can't do anything with. Okay, let's run back past this little fucker. And then I'm almost looking forward to... No, not almost. Almost. I am looking forward to replaying and trying to shoot her in the head because... Yeah, I hate her. This coin-operated viewer has been banged up. Inoperable. Oh, what's this down here? Run, detective, run. I mean, it seems like time doesn't really flow when I'm walking around, but mostly when I'm talking to people. A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Look closer first.
The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient.
Kim, look! Bullet holes!
Where?
He looks around. Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve it.
There? Those are old.
Oh, you mean like from the revolution?
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
Okay, what can you tell me about this revolution? I think we already know quite a bit.
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go?
But hey, we got 5 experience for it. Also, did I go here? You hear the distant squall of seabirds. Oh, there's just money here. Just money. Some more tear. And, oh. Right, this is where I threw the bowl. Into this sea. Like 20 meters or so. There's a fish. I am not gonna be able to go down there and find that. I need to find them a new bowl. Definitely do. I do need to recheck everything here to see if I can.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Wait, what? I need to go through all the trash cans again now that I have my plastic bag. Yes, see? So much more nice tear. And we're back to the lorries. Although I haven't gone down this way. What's this? Is there money here? What this? Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. Oh, pawn shop. We do have the suspicion that I pawned my gun. No, I just... Oh, Stop, detective, stop. I want to look at this. Some kind of machine. An antique cash register? Mostly military wear with few more eccentric fashions thrown in. And a bust of someone. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. Let's not go there. In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Excuse me, have I pawned my gun here?
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly. Not often, but have you seen someone recently, like someone who looks like this?
What can I do for you?
He asks.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
That hopefully means I haven't pawned my gun here.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind me.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Electrochemistry, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out. By the way, do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by officers of the citizens' militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh, shit, I did pawn my gun.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God.
Oh God, indeed.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another.
Yeah,
Alert.
I'm keeping my morale up. Wait, I sold you my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
That sounds like something I would say, yes.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Was the buyer a policeman too? Or policewoman?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. But I was just happy to get rid of it. And of her.
Uh-huh.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Yeah, that's not good, is it? Well, we are a sorry cop, so I am sorry. I am so sorry I sold my gun.
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Do you at least remember what she looked like?
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Yes, that would be the next logical question. What did she look like? Although maybe it's too high to remember. Well, at least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's ask about something else.
Of course.
Scale point, I can probably go and try and get my coat. There's nothing I would like to sell, no. I wanted to ask about my gun again, because I wanted to ask about the woman, what she looks like.
Sure thing.
No, thanks for the review.
Sure, man.
You might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know anything.
Okay, think you could help me get a corpse out of a tree?
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself.
I hear a but.
Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
Okay, well, actually that's all I've got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
I have other business to take care of now. I kinda like him. He sounds very dispassionate and kinda bored, but you know. I don't know, I just feel a little bit drawn to him. Need to pass time? Read a book. I really don't need to pass time. Time is moving on quickly enough. Fingerless gloves, +1 electrochemistry. I really don't need more electrochemistry, but... Oh yeah, that clashes like hell. Let's keep him. Yep, out. Thank you. Just, we're dumpster diving. Did you ever dumpster dive as a child? I mean, we did, but because people kept throwing away stuff. We like to pick up basically discarded cartons and stuff and just build little hideouts here and there. Sometimes people even threw books down there and stuff with not very sanitary, but we had fun, you know? Gotta make your own fun as a kid. Water lock out of order until Wednesday at 7:15 a.m. It's day 1. We don't even know what day it is. We're gonna be back. Oh, is that another lorry driver maybe? Actually, let's look through these things. You don't mind me stealing stuff, right?
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes.
Oh.
Smelling of strangers' body odors.
I guess you're a shop.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
You are not a lorry driver, and I don't have money to waste, he says after buying a kinda worthless map.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Let's leave for now. Because we're still on duty for another half an hour. So I do want to get back and try... See, one lorry driver. 2 lorry drivers. I guess... No. Is there... This looks like it could hold some tear. The lorries probably stored fuel here now. They store booze. Oh, I can go down here. Of course I can. A foreign car kept in good condition.
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives these?
Not many people outside of Grad. And Revachol West too, it appears.
Hey, Kim, check this out.
A Stash Ryko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on. Maybe I can impress him. Press him. Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue. The colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white. The colors of the Stars Ryko.
I'm not even gonna guess. What happened last time, Kim?
An old case for my precinct. A couple of Zhimsk migrants saw a Staj Ryko stopped in the street, painted just like this, muddy brown. Murdered the driver on the spot.
So my guess was kind of spot on, actually.
They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the banners of some old king or whatever. 5,000 came to protest.
Honor killing. There's no honor in killings like that. This.
Correction. 4,395. The 4th largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Let's not be nitpicky with Kim. I'm trying to get on Kim's good side. Who are the Zimesk community?
People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that.
Uh-huh. And what did they sentence the killers to?
4 years for murder in reunion.
Uh-huh.
The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
Sounds like a bad system.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
Corruption rampant, yes. Kim, could our hanged man have been the driver of this car?
Could it be another Staj Ryko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related.
I got it. Hey, look at this! There's stuff here! Did someone throw money on the ground again? Someone threw money on the ground again. My money now. Okay, let's... Wait, this is not the way I want to go. I want to go... through here. This is the way. This is the way. Kuno, go fuck yourself. Police work is tough work, take breaks. Ain't nobody got time for breaks. I need... Here we go. Up here. Run, officer, run. Run, 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 run. Okay, so... Trying to get this was...
Our falling cloak is still caught on the railing.
Savoir-faire.
No one has claimed it for their own.
Yes, okay. So... Gonna put the point in savoir-faire. We're gonna strip down. Take off our shoes. Take off our pants. You can do this, officer.
Our appalling cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Again, 42%. Can I succeed with one 42% challenge this time? Just one. Just let me, oh gods of gaming, please let me succeed on this one as penance for all the missed XCOM shots at 90+%. Please grant me this boon.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Close my eyes, let my senses take in the world around me, and I am jumping without shoes or pants. in just my coat shirt and whitey tighties. Lovely.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
Continue the voyage through the salty air. Oh!
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
And we don't have to become a mega supremacist racist. Perfect.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Also, I can put on my clothes now. Thank you for not mentioning it, Kim. We made it! I have my cloak back, hopefully. Esprit the core and shivers. Oh, I'm gonna look a little bit better now. Where does you go? Where do you go? I'm guessing maybe jackets? Yeah. So we basically gained +1 shivers. Yeah, I like this cloak. I look like a mess, color-wise, but I like it. And we can explore the harbor. Can we go in here? We can. Haha. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. You mean static?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
No. What is this? Book La Fumée. Fumée? Volume 1, number 4. Uh-huh.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Friesel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Uh-huh, but why antlers?
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it.
That sounds contradictory, but sure. Flip through the pages, see which catches my eye.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
But isn't capitalism bad? So shouldn't you be able to survive without capitalism and subscribing? Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I'm interested in the art and culture thing. Kunst und Kultur.
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Yeah, because that's basically almost how we spell it in Swedish as well. We stole a lot of words from German, okay? Okay?
Why they decided to title this one section Invalda is beyond you. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Read the profile of CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Alright, let's see what these communists, or commutards? Oh, was it he called them something. Communards? Communards, not tards, but communards. What they have to say about Tip Top?
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colourful drivers.
But
Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
wait, what's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Uh-huh.
So, all of it, basically.
Hang on, who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
Wait, why aren't they real names?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
I mean, some parents want their children to be special, so I've seen worse names. What's so bad about sponsorships? It clashes against the communist ideology of fuck capitalism.
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
Right. But then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
Well, yes, I guess. That would be more exciting. As someone who hates all, not hates, but all kinds of sports and racing and stuff, it's not fun to watch, okay? Maybe it's a little bit morbid, but, you know, violence is fun to watch. Violence isn't good, but it's fun to watch, or we wouldn't have violent movies. Well, you're right, I really am just in it for the violence.
You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Kim, this article says that no one really watches Tip Top Tourney for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind?
It seems to think so.
A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality.
Yeah. Or in our case, reads 1 or 2 very short tweets and thinks they know everything.
If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
Yeah. It's rage bait.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Put the magazine away. Because... Huh? I'm not allowed to go in here. I'm allowed to go there and there, but not my thoughts. Ah, that's why.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox, 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Okay, learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psi. I guess I still don't have a home. Okay. I still don't have a home. But it's now after work hours. So it's soon time to talk to Kim. Cause he said J for journal. End of day debrief with Kim. After 10 when you're calling it a day. So we still have another hour. Okay, so we're gonna... The JM mystery? Joyce's info. Yeah, okay. So we are going to still faff around a bit here. Explore everything. Get more money, which we need to pay off our debts and hopefully not sleep outside. So we're gonna do that next time. Because we did some progress here. We did a very courageous and brave leap in our underpants. Holding a plastic garbage bag filled with tear. This game is wild. Oh, if you made it this far, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Remember that you are always appreciated, so please take care of yourself and try to stay kind. Yeah, I know it's difficult, but let's all try. Hope to see you around.